Hi everyone, and welcome to the next edition of Raging Ryno Review. Today we're going to go through Clone Wars Episode 6, Season 7, called Deal or No Deal. Deal or No Deal. Now, I'm going to try and shorten this. I do apologize for my last video going so long. I haven't really sat down and done one of these reviews. I've learned a lot after doing that video, so hopefully this video won't be as long. Okay, first of all, just starting off, it's a 26-minute episode. Man, this episode, it was just meh. Another filler episode, really. Anyway, it starts off again with the quote at the beginning, which is, "Mistakes are valuable lessons, often learned too late." Good little message again. It's too bad Disney can't take some of their own advice with that, because you've completely destroyed Star Wars and you continue to do it with all your books, and it's all trash at the moment. Okay, so going through this episode, again, it's just another filler episode giving a bit of Ahsoka's story. Now, yes, it is obviously, I believe, a 4-episode arc for this, but I don't really see it going anywhere. Hopefully at the end we get something that makes some relevance to the main story. But to me, this is just an Ahsoka show. I mean, it does an okay job of showing how Ahsoka's trying to adapt, coming out of the Jedi Order, but it's still just a filler episode. I mean, we're only getting 12 episodes for this season, and we've had now 2 filler episodes, and I like Ahsoka. I really do. But this is just boring. Boring. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm definitely not going to run through it the way I did last week. And again, I do apologize for the length of that video. I don't know. I'm now in a state of apathy with this episode. It starts off with Ahsoka and Trace just talking, getting to know each other a little bit, bantering about the name of the ship. Ruffa comes in and says that she's got a job. The pilot bailed on her that she wanted. Trace gets a bit upset. Whoop-de-doo. There's a bit of banter, Ahsoka goes on this mission with them. They end up at Castle. So there you go. There's your member berries. So we go to Castle. Ahsoka knows how bad it is there and all the spice running and everything that goes on there. And they end up doing a job for one of the king of... I can't even remember. It's just boring. Boring. There was a cool little moment where they're leaving Coruscant and they end up in the wrong lane that they're supposed to be traveling in, and it's a military lane. And there's a cool moment where Anakin and Ahsoka, well, the general is about to send security out to go and arrest them, and Anakin, you know, has a little moment of meditation. So you would think senses that Ahsoka's on the ship, and tells him to no, let it go. So that was the coolest moment of the episode, to be honest with you, in my opinion. I've got nothing to say about this episode. I want to see more of Ahsoka. Yes, I love the character. These other 2 characters, they're going to be out of the story in no time. What's the purpose of this? I don't understand. I really don't get it. Yes, Ahsoka needs to grow and we need to see her growing, but they could have done a better job with this. And I don't know how, but it's just not making me feel anything like I did with a lot of the episodes in the Clone Wars. Again, the first 4 episodes, the story arc of the Bad Batch. I love the clones story arcs. I just love their stories. It doesn't have to be necessarily, like, I know we've already had the clone story arc, but it doesn't necessarily always have to be about Anakin and Obi-Wan. You know, that's all I got to say. I got nothing to say. At the end of the day...
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
They get caught, and we're going to have another episode next week where, you know, I mean, they get caught. It's so silly too. they dump the spice, or the girl dumps the spice because they don't want her to sell her ship, them to, you know, take her ship. And it's just such a silly story. It's a silly story. I don't get it. That's all I have to say. Fuck off, Disney.